Professor Lim Tit Ming, Chief Executive, Science Centre Singapore, judges, panelists, teachers, parents, students, participants, ladies and gentlemen. A very good afternoon to all of you. I'm very happy to join you today for this inaugural Asian Scientist Writing Prize Award ceremony. I had a chance to speak to many of the participants earlier on about your experience, what motivated you, what inspired you to write, and what you wrote about, and why you chose that particular topic. I must say that I've learned quite a bit. I've also had a chance to very quickly glance at some of your essays, and indeed they cover a very wide range, as Tit Ming mentioned. I'm also very happy to see Science Centre and our homegrown science publishing companies, Asian Scientists and World Scientific, coming together to celebrate excellence in science and technology in our region and to create a platform to share these achievements with the world and to inspire people in the region and in the world. Of course, always happy to see many students here, including many students out there. I told Tit Ming that I'm quite surprised to see so many primary school students with their parents coming to the Science Centre. I think it's a good sign. So Tit Ming, keep up the good work. Now, as Tit Ming said, STEM is exciting and rewarding. STEM enables us to discover the world, first and foremost, and to appreciate the beauty and wonders of nature, and to see how we can harness this learning to apply our knowledge of the world, to apply our skills and creativity, to solve problems, to create innovations. And this is how we collectively make Earth a better place for humanity and a better home for all of us. And this is how, in the Singapore context, for example, how we achieve a high quality of life, keep the economy vibrant so that we may have the resources to invest in the future, to invest in our young, and to invest in keeping the planet safe and sustainable, how we make productivity improvements, and how we create great jobs. And indeed, this is how we protect life on Earth too. Because the planet is a fragile place, and how we can each do our part to make it a sustainable and livable home. Not just for you and me, but for all of humanity. And this is how we inspire everyone, especially our young, on the beauty of discovering and doing things. Now, every day, scientists and engineers around the world are discovering new knowledge, inventing new tools, achieving new breakthroughs. Humanity's knowledge, from the largest aspect of the universe to the smallest of particles, advances continuously due to this curiosity in human beings and due to our ability to come together, to explore, to share knowledge, and to build on one another's knowledge. And in this regard, it's interesting to reflect that the Asian civilizations used to be at the forefront in this quest for knowledge. Asia used to lead the world in advancing scientific discoveries and in STEM. You think about the discoveries that came out of the Islamic, Indian, and Chinese civilizations, the many life-changing inventions and breakthroughs they achieved before our time. And unfortunately, this pace of discovery has lagged in recent centuries. We can talk about why that is the case. Maybe that's something that Juliana can consider for another of your essays. But I'm glad to see that the Asian region is once again investing efforts and resources in this area, as Tit Ming mentioned. Asia, including Singapore, can do our part in contributing to this global effort, of developing talent, of building the scientific base, and of sharing scientific knowledge. And for this reason, Singapore places a big emphasis on STEM and on STEM education. And we start STEM education for our students from a very young age, both for the formal curriculum as well as informally, like getting kids to come to the Science Centre. But for STEM to be meaningful and impactful, STEM cannot be just for a select group of scientists or engineers. The knowledge cannot be confined. In fact, knowledge in any fields of STEM or for the matter in the arts and humanities, has to be shared, has to be diffused, and has to be accessible to everyone. It's important to share and make this knowledge accessible to individuals in our society for many reasons. I mean, first, so that as a people, we can all discover the mysteries and wonders of the world and, appreciate life on earth better. And second, to be masters of the knowledge and technology and not be ruled by this. Now, how do we tap on advances in science and technology to make life better for everyone? And how do we apply discoveries, be it in medicine, be it in physics, in chemistry, and advances in ICT, to make life better? But if we are all ignorant of it, we can't possibly then use that knowledge. And third, how do we share the scientific spirit, the spirit of inquiry, the spirit of being evidence-based, of asking ourselves, is this true? How do I investigate this? How do I confirm that indeed this is the case? And until a new hypothesis comes along, how can we be sure that our beliefs are correct? And indeed, in our schools now, we seek to inculcate, to nurture the spirit of inquiry in our students. Our teaching of science has changed significantly over the years. It is not to memorize a set of facts. It is really to get students to investigate the phenomenon of science, to look at how you do experiments and so on. But by the same token, many parents then complain that, oh, gee, it's so difficult. It's easier to memorize than to do experiments. Well, that's a trade-off, but I hope that it is better for our children in the long run. And of course, if we can apply these principles, another important function is then to excite our young people on the value and of STEM career and the value of what they could do in applying STEM. And finally, for every one of us, it is to really enable us to be better informed of the implications and of scientific advances so that we can all collectively make informed and ethical choices. There are many advances in STEM which will have important ethical dimensions. How you treat diseases, how do you apply DNA, technology, and so on and so forth. So while the advances in knowledge is important, the implications of that knowledge is something which we can only fully digest if we know what are the principles involved and that we combine it with our own ethical values, and that as a society we can make good decisions. So this is why science communication is so important, because we have to share and diffuse this knowledge, and this is why good science journalism is so important. Science writers play a crucial role in bringing the complex world of science and technology into our everyday lives and to point out, the use, the implications of all these findings. And by making STEM accessible to all, we help our society make informed choices, and we help to inspire people. And this is why today's event is particularly significant, not just for Singapore, but for the broader Asian community. So I'm happy to see so many students here. As Tip Ming mentioned, we have over 300 entries for an inaugural competition from 16 countries, so not bad, and a wide age range. We're also happy to see that our students have written about a wide range of relevant and interesting subjects. Not only that, I'm happy to see that we have many participants from the Asian region, and I had a chance to chat with some of you. I'm glad that the outreach effort to our partners in the region has been effective, and we have many people, many of our good writers who have taken part in this event. So to all our participants, my heartiest congratulations once again. Some of you are taking the first steps in science writing. Some of you have been writing for quite some time. Yeah. It is exciting, and I would like to commend you for your special effort. Also, I'd like to commend Professor Juliana Chan, Editor-in-Chief of the Asian Scientist magazine, and her team, as well as Professor Lim Tip Ming, Chief Executive of Science Centre, and your team for the efforts in putting this together. This is a wonderful platform to not only showcase good writings in science, but also to highlight scientific excellence in our region. And it is a meaningful way to build a community of science writers in our region who are passionate about science and to spread your passion. So congratulations once again, and I hope that all of you will continue to pursue your science writings, and that this inaugural event, your inaugural participation in this event is just the beginning of a meaningful lifelong journey of learning and sharing. Thank you very much.